Air way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No decaf, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no decaf. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no decaf. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the Cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with Pimps Over Simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no decaf. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get man. Come on, press play, press play.
What's up, man? What's going down, bro?
What's good with your player?
From the Himalaya.
From the Himalayas.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Look, man, it's another beautiful day, man. We above ground. Our minds are sound, and it's about to go down. And yeah, this ain't scripted, baby. You know, this is off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff with it.
Yeah. Okay. So, my friend,
Talk about today.
what we talking about? Man, what's going down?
So
You stuck?
Nope.
Stuck like Chuck.
I'm trying to think, because I think I'm going to change the topic up.
Oh, you changing it?
Yeah.
Or do I need to take lead?
Nah. So.
Okay, Pimp's got the wheel, man. You got the wheel. Go ahead, man. Where we going?
It's a little. It ain't personal, but it's because everybody.
It's personal. No, it's personal.
It is, but everybody can relate. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can relate.
Yeah.
It's something that we all go through as men. But I want to address it because I think that from our last talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
The whole goal, really every man's goal, is success, right? Whatever that looks like for you, because success to you may not be success to me or the next man or whatever. So whatever success means to you or whatever your purpose is as a man, right? There's on that journey, right? On that path to accomplish that goal, there's certain things that you're gonna have to learn, that you're gonna have to overcome. And for us melanated brothers, the young and old, one thing I've noticed is that the biggest issue that we really gonna face is distractions.
What you said.
And knowing what a distraction is, how to identify a distraction, right? So for instance, I ain't get no sleep this weekend. I never really get any sleep anytime, but
me neither. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, man.
Right. But it's been like that for years at this point, so I'm pretty much used to it. But it's just like I've been getting even less sleep than you know what I'm saying. I wasn't getting no sleep before. I really ain't getting no sleep now. So it's like
you either try to catch up or you try to stay steady, man.
Right. You don't know if you coming or going. Damn, is it daytime? Is it nighttime? What's the day? Did I eat today? Like, God damn, I ain't eating today. You know what I'm saying? It be like that sometimes. But a lot of that comes from the distractions, right? So knowing what a distraction is, how to identify the distraction, and how to
address the situation
so it's no longer an issue. But this is the thing. How do you address a distraction? Do you even know what a distraction is? Can you because what might be a distraction for me may not be a distraction for you, right? You're able to block that out or not deal with that and stay tunnel vision. So one of the key things, and this is why I say I want to talk about this, is because this is one distraction that is pretty much damn near impossible to get around. You can get around it, but it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's hit or miss, and that's family.
Yeah.
Family will be your biggest distraction when you in business or you in any type of growth, any type of drive or motivation or just, you know what I'm saying, like it's a motivation killer. Family can be a motivational killer, man, because it's like if they not on board with you and they not seeing eye to eye and they're not helping you accomplish your goals or helping you to, you know, in your journey, they're really a liability. And I know a lot of people, I think, because it was the hardest thing for me. You know, everything else is pretty much, man, fuck that. I don't need that shit. I cut this off. I stopped eating that. I stopped going here. Stopped doing that. Stopped buying this. You know what I'm saying? It was because the want that I had for accomplishing that goal or for, you know, getting whatever I'm trying to get done, finished or accomplished was stronger than the urge or whatever the distraction was. But when it comes to family, it's different, bro. It's different because, you know, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be a sibling, right? It could be a child. Maybe you got a child with special needs, or you got a child, you know, that's disabled, you know, or you may have lost a child, you know what I'm saying? And you and your spouse or you know, significant other, you know, it's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? I could go all day to different variables or what, you know what I'm saying, the issue could be, or, you know, what, you know, the distraction could be. But ultimately, family is usually your biggest distraction because you care. You love them, you care about them, and you want what's best for them. So they're able to access certain emotions or they're able to pull on them heartstrings in ways that, you know, maybe, you know, a business partner or somebody just, you know, in the streets wouldn't. You know what I mean? Because you actually care. So they're able to manipulate. They're able to get you to, you know, damn, I know I need to go to the gym, but, you know, they want to, you know, watch a movie tonight, or she want to, you know, go out and do this or that, or, you know, she want me to spend more time with her. So but that's still a distraction. Not saying that there's anything wrong with her wanting to spend more time with you. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. It's you want your woman to want to be around you, because if she ain't trying to be around you, that means she's trying to be around somebody else. So, you know what I mean? So that's a good thing. But finding that balance, right? Because, and this goes back to what I said, I think that was the first live we did, how we do it backwards. And we start the family and then want to pursue our goals, right? You're supposed to pursue your goals first, and then once you accomplish your goals, then go ahead and try to find a wife or a woman and start do the family thing. Because you've already accomplished what you need to accomplish. Now you can focus, you're just maintaining, right, what you built. Now you can focus your time and energy on your wife, on your family, on your children, right? And building that up. So, but hey, it is what it is. We didn't do it the right way. Now, you know, that's irrelevant right now, right? Because we didn't do it that way. So, so what do we do? Niggas like that, what do we do? You know what I mean? It's like, we didn't do it that way. So we trying to juggle family and business. So I know it's possible because there's other people that have done it and they've been successful. So how do you do it? Well, like I say, step one, you gotta identify the distractions. You have to realize, okay, if it's not an asset, it's a liability. There is no gray area. If it's not helping me, then it's hurting me. That's the only other option. I don't care who it is. I know it's hard to deal with that, and everybody listening, I know you know the person I'm talking about. Yeah. It could be a family member. It could be a somebody you came up with, you know what I'm saying? They might have saved your life or some shit. Now you feel indebted to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for them, you know? So whatever they ask or whatever they need, you come running. But at the same time, that becomes naturally, because it's not a good or bad thing, it just is what it is, human nature. Naturally, that's going to convert into what's the word I'm looking for? Entitlement. They're going to become entitled and feel like they're obligated to your time. They're obligated to your resources. They're obligated to your attention, right? So when you don't give it, or you have to change, you know what I'm saying, how you move and establish certain boundaries, they're going to take offense to it.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen. So you can't let the manipulation and the, you know, the feelings and all that get involved with. Oh, well, you saying that you don't love me. And oh, daddy, you said, and I won't, and I need, and I won't, and I need. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Right. You can't make everybody happy, right?
Right.
And it's not even your job to make everybody happy. Your job is to make sure you're happy. You're in control, and it's your responsibility to make sure if you're not happy, that's your fault. So to get back on topic, like distractions, bro. As men, we have to learn how to identify these distractions. And that's the key way to do it. Is this helping me or is this hurting me? Is this person or thing helping me fulfill my purpose or helping me accomplish my goals? And if the answer is no, it's got to go. It's got to go. Not saying you got to fully remove them from your life, but that you have to remove them far enough away that they can't knock you off your pivot, right? They can't they can't fuck up your tunnel vision. They can't jump in front of you. Hey, look at me. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me talk to you. Come here. Hold up. They can't do that. You got them far back enough. You can hear them. You know, you can hear them kind of, you know, but no, I got to keep moving. Yeah. And then once I'm done what I'm doing, then, you know, when I got free time or I'm available, now we can do the things that you want to do or what you know what I'm saying? But you got to prioritize, right? You got to figure out what's most important to you. Is this relationship or this friendship or that marriage or whatever it is that more important than your purpose? If it's not, then they just gonna have to be mad. Because in the end, you gotta think about it. In the end, most of the time, they don't see your vision. Everybody said Kanye was crazy, right? 10 years ago, but now a lot of the shit that he said, it came to fruition. There's no man that ever existed. That's what you call a prophet. That's literally what the definition of a prophet is. Not somebody who has a direct communication with God and he sends some text messages and then he just relays it to us. No, it's somebody who's able to view things, see similarities, and see patterns, right? And they're able to make assumptions. Okay, well, based on all this information I have, I think that this is what's going to happen in the future, or this is what's going to happen tomorrow, this is what's going to happen next year or 10 years from now, and it'll happen. So if they continue to do that, eventually, okay, that just reinforces their thought. Right now, it's no longer thought. Now it's a fact because I can prove it. So now it's like, okay, you think Moses in his time, you think everybody was liking Moses? And no, they thought he was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus, everybody, they thought these men were crazy.
Yeah.
Because in their time, you understand what I'm saying? No, especially Noah. Nigga, what? It's about to flood. Get your dumb ass out of here. What did you hear this goofy ass? This nigga talking about it's about to flood. Then the whole world gonna flood. Nigga, what the Noah been smoking on that good shit. You been eating that manna, ain't you? Yeah, Noah been eating them shrooms. You better Noah tripping. But then it started raining.
Yeah.
Then it started
wouldn't stop.
And it didn't stop. So now Noah don't look that crazy now, do it?
Nah.
Oh, okay. So then what happened? Now motherfucker come around, hey Noah, yeah, man, remember you had said, you know, the world was gonna flood. What you was talking about when you see what I'm saying? Now they want to, you see what I'm saying? That's how it happens, bro. When the messenger comes, are you gonna receive the message or are you going to be concerned about who the messenger is? Because you always get the message. Everything in life you're always prepared for. You just not paying attention to the signs.
Yeah.
It could be a crackhead just walk past and say something, hey man, Man, it's crazy out here, man. I wouldn't be out here if I was you. And you just like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? You keep on walking, la da 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 da. As soon as you run around the corner, you're like, oh shit, what the hell? He just told your ass that shit about to get real. Like, you weren't paying attention to the message because of who it came from.
Yeah.
A lot of times we overlook things because we're too concerned with things that don't matter. That we overlook the small stuff, and the small stuff is really what's important. It ain't the big things that's important. What makes it big? You make it big. Oh man, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Oh God. Bro, if you drop dead right now, that shit is still gonna it's gonna is somebody else gonna have to do it, or it just won't get done.
Yeah.
So is it really that important? Or are you just making it important? But yeah, man, this I kind of went on a little tirade. But yeah, man, I wanted to address that today, man. Like, but let me get to this chat, man. I've been rapping. What they talking about?
Yeah, you gotta say what's up, man.
Bloodthirst, man. What's good? Salute, man. I'm in here.
Bloodthirst.
Samurai.
Lone Wolf. Yeah.
What's good?
Yeah, man. Bloodthirst. Jerry, man, what's happening?
Quick.
Sir, Lone Wolf, hard to finish.
Lone Wolf in here again. What's good with
you? Yeah.
Who else is tonight? Jerry. Yes, salute, man. Salute. Jerry. Who else in here?
Yeah.
Samurai K9. What's good, man? He said cook. Nah, but it's real shit, man. It's real shit, man. K9, it's real shit, man. It's like, and that's why I wanted to make this channel, because I know that the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, I'm not special. You know, I'm not different. We all go through the same shit, man. We you know, whether it's family, whether it's personal, you know, traumas or issues or insecurities or whatever it is, we all go through the same things. We all dealing with the same problems. We all got the same goal at the end of the day, right? So like I said, success may be, you know, it varies depending on, you know, the person or what they doing, what industry they in, with you know, it varies. But at the end of the day, the goal is always, the end goal is always the same: financial stability, financial security, right? Generational wealth. I'm trying to be good. I want to be able, if I want to go buy something, I want to be able to do it. I don't want to have to check my bank account and, well, let me call my accountant and let me see, let me move some money around. Nah, I want to be free to do as I please. And that's the end goal. Why are we doing all this?
So speaking of the end goal, in order for you to reach that end goal, your no's got to be powerful than your yeses.
Yep.
And I need to say that one more time, man. In order for you to really be able to have control over your life, your no's, that means N to the O, hell to the no. Your no's got to be more important than your yeses. Let's talk about it for a minute. Okay. So if I say, if I got a job and I hate this job with every ounce in my bones, every ounce of my being, I hate this job, but I need it for a check. When they tell me to do something, my no holds no power. I gotta say yes. You know what I'm saying? If you you know, in a situation with your family, with your living situation, and you not where you supposed to be, your no's have less power than your yeses. You know what I'm saying? If financially, just period, in whole, if you're not where you need to be, or you trying to, you know, you in a lesser position than you vision, your no's hold no power. Your yeses hold more power than your no's. Financial freedom means that your no's hold more power than your yeses. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, I'm just hypothetically speaking. If you had, you know, a couple of M's in the bank, which isn't a lot, you know, Get on the bed, girl. If you had a couple of M's in the bank, which isn't a lot, and you had good investments, and you had good cash flow. Cash flow is the key, man. You know what I'm saying? They say you are only as wealthy as you are if you stop working today. How long could you live? Let that sink in. So if you stopped your job or you stopped your your hustle or whatever the case may be, and you did not work, how long could you live? Some of us might not make it to the end of the week, hell, the end of the day. So cash flow means everything. What kind of investments you got coming in on a regular basis where your money is working for you, your investments are working for you, you're not working for them. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the definitions of financial freedom, so to speak. So that's when your yeses, your no's have more power than your yeses. So we run around here and we hollering no, speaking, saying it with your chest. But reality kick in and you like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. I'm in a position where, I need to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? I need to turn this shit to sugar some way, somehow. A lot of us running around hollering no. You know what I'm saying? And your nose really ain't holding no power. You don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? You might mean it at the time, running off of emotion, but at the end of the day, now you a yes man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to get to the point to where our no's hold more power than our yeses. But continue. Yes, sir. Pimps, what's happening?
Nah, keep cooking. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah. Nah, man, but I just wanted to speak on that. He brought something up that brought that up, man, and that's something that we don't think about, man. If you were to stop working right now, how long could you live? You know what I'm saying? That's some heavy stuff, man.
Nah, it's funny you say that because I got an aunt uncle right now. This was about 8. So this is probably about damn near 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago. About 9-10 years ago. So I had I think it was a book I read. Yeah. But basically I asked because they pretty well off, you know what I'm saying? They college educated, I don't deal with people unless they got at least a master's and Pastor Grateful Party.
But excuse me, sir. Would you have some grape upon?
Oh, pardon me, by of course, my good sir. Yes. But yeah, they ain't all the way. They niggas, but they try to be bougie. You know how we are.
Yeah.
But and then I told them I was over their house. We was chopping it up or whatever, and I asked them. I said y'all realize y'all not wealthy. You're rich. And they got offended. They're like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? How you know what we got?" I said, for one, I said in the next 6 months to a year, if you had not one penny coming in, right? Only money going out, nothing coming in, right? Could you continue to live your same lifestyle for the next 6 months to a year? Could you afford to do that? Now, mind you, my uncle is an accountant, so instantly he said no. He know numbers, but he like, no. I know what I have coming in. I know I'm the breadwinner, and pretty much I pay all the expenses. My aunt pretty much her check, so it's like.
And I know my lifestyle.
I know my lifestyle, and I know her life. Fuck his lifestyle. He know her lifestyle. His lifestyle is affordable. You know what I'm saying? Because he know money, and he's very he's not frugal. I ain't gonna say he's frugal, but he's just good with his money. He's an accountant. Yeah. So, he said no. So she looking like, what do you mean? No, 6 months? What do you mean? Hell yeah, we can make it 6 months. I said no, Auntie, you're not listening. you continue to live your same lifestyle. You don't change anything because you ain't got no money coming in. You're continuously spending how you normally spend. So that means eating out, you on Amazon all fucking day, just wasting whatever the fuck, however you spend your money, you continuously doing that, right? Nothing changes. The only thing that changes is there's no money coming in. It's only going out. Could you still live that same lifestyle for the next 6 months to a year? Now, of course, she gonna say, well, yeah, I could do it, right? Because you probably got shit put up with her. But he's looking at it as, no, I'm the breadwinner, I'm paying everything. No, we can't afford it. We couldn't afford to do that. So then that lets you know you're not wealthy. You can't lose wealth. It takes generations to lose wealth.
Yeah.
Rich, you can go to Vegas and lose rich, you know what I'm saying, in a weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get the lottery today and be broke tomorrow. So rich is not, shouldn't be the goal. Generational wealth should be the goal. And the easiest way to do that is through insurance.
Okay, that's one way, and that's one of the most slept on ways.
It is
that we
hold on, hit me. I just want to say that I'm gonna let you cook. The Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the DuPonts, the Clintons, the Bushes, you name them. This is how they built their generational wealth. Doing insurance.
Yeah, but forget them. I would like to talk about the Jewish community, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us talk down on them for whatever reason, and it is what it is, man. But that's a community that we often overlook. We look at the accomplishments, but we don't look at the how. And what we do, honestly, this is what we do. We live for the here and now.
Yep.
You know, we live for the here and now. We live like, okay, I know I can't take it with me, so I'm gonna spend it right now. I make sure I get every last penny out. Or, you know, the whole situation. The majority of us leave our families in debt in some form or manner. They got to clean up something, whether it's the funeral costs or whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, when it comes down to, you know, generational wealth and a thought process, we have to live for the next generation, sincerely. And then when we are focused on the next generation, then we need to stack up for the generations to come, setting the blueprint. This is what the Jewish community does, and they practice it. And they all handle their business in different ways, but this is something that is universal. No matter what country you in, no matter what the situation is, when it comes to the community, they focus on the generation after. Not just now. So everything that they building is building for the next generation to have something to stand on. And that's one thing that holds us back in the long run, man. The majority of us are starting at a negative. The majority of us are just starting at a negative. Some of us start off and I mean, that could be a plus and it could be a minus, man, you know. But at the end of the day, man, like, we could do better by focusing on, you know, the future past us instead of focusing directly on us. I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
But nah, bro, you said that, man. You okay? I don't even know where it starts. I'ma just start off with where you left off, bro.
Yeah.
That you ain't saying nothing but the truth, my brother. And now to bring it full circle, what you just said goes hand in hand with the original topic, was distractions.
Speaking of distractions, you know, whatever you call it, man, whatever ADD or whatever to call it, just kicked in. But you know what I'm saying? I had my customer yesterday. I cut hair, man. I was cutting her hair, and she's getting into insurance, and we came up with a pitch yesterday, just chopping it up, going back and forth, you know, and we were talking, and you know, the conversation led, and I ended up saying insurance is the gift that keeps on giving. you know. And like when you think about it like that, it is a lot of families, just like you were saying, Mr. CEO, you know, was saying that insurance is a wealth gainer for generational wealth. And that's something we sleep on. But yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Oh, and she already just for everybody out there, man, especially y'all big insurance companies. She already yesterday she left and went and got it patented. So there you have it. You know what I'm saying? The gift that keeps on giving. Cause hey man, listen, bro. Hey, that AI and that stuff is a fold, man. That should be in the system real quick. Next thing you know, it'll be on commercials.
Yep.
Be like, well, damn, man, we came up with that. We came up with that theory at the same time. No, you didn't.
Right.
You better turn off all, man. Nowadays, keeping it 1,000, people be like, man, Alexa this, Siri that, talking about they can hear your conversations, man, and all this other stuff, man. Anything that you have that's smart can hear your conversation. So
yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's listening
all the time.
Yeah, so everybody talking about like, well, shoot, at least I ain't got no Alexas in my house. Well, shoot, you ducking and dodging and thinking that you ain't they ain't listening to you, but you got your phone in the hand the whole time. Next thing you know, you's like, man, shoot, man, them J's, man, them tough. Man, you go flip on Facebook, you get a J. They got the J commercial right there sitting in your face. You be like, well, damn.
Yep. Happens all the time. People don't pay attention. I would just talk to somebody about something, or I would just just say something out loud, just keep saying it, and then go on YouTube or go on Facebook or something, and the first ad to pop up, it'll be whatever I was talking about.
Yeah, man, I can't remember who I was talking to, man. He was just trying to like tell me something about some green or something, man. And then all of a sudden I get on Facebook and all these green little commercials pop. I'm like, damn, I don't even go this direction. Like, what's going on?
Yep, that's what it is, bro. They that's what he's talking about. That's what they like. All right, push that. Put that in front of him. He'll buy it. Because we're a consumer-based society, bro. So it's like,
it's funny though, man, because if you ever had somebody else's phone and you just flip through it, you know exactly what they into. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah,
that's how I be telling people, man. I used to work for Spectrum. I've been doing cable. Most of my adult, working career has been in telecommunications. So I've seen the shift. I've lived it. You know what I mean? Going from the digital going from analog to digital to, you know what I'm saying, to like now where it's just AI's running everything.
Hey, can we change the subject? Can we change the subject, or we got to keep going this way? Because I want to ask you something, man.
No, what's up?
I want to ask. Okay. Let's talk about how do you broker. And I'm talking about, because when I say broker, I'm not just talking about your old job. I'm talking about brokering a deal, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what you was doing with your old job. You know what I'm saying? You were brokering deals, handling business.
Well, hold up, because technically it wasn't a job. It became a job. See, it was originally supposed to be me helping a brother, a family member of mine, right? Uh-huh. He helping me, right? Mm-hmm. I help him grow and scale his trucking company. He helped grow and scale my clothing brand, but it ended up being pretty much me growing and scaling his trucking company. Now, but this is the thing. Uh-huh. I appreciate the opportunity, and I learned a lot. a lot. Now, it was very stressful. So if you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, bro, I don't care if you brokering. I don't care if you selling stocks. I don't care what you brokering, right? Brokering, it's business. You know what I'm saying? It's fast paced.
You got to be quick on your feet. You got to be quick with it. You got to be quick with it.
It's straight shocks. You out here playing around, you're gonna get ate. So, I was getting my ass towed out. You know what I'm saying? The homo, but hey, I ain't know what the fuck I was doing. I'm in here with, you know what I'm saying? But I learned quick. I pick up quick. I learn quick. And before you know it, I'm calling brokers, and I'm calling to try to book loads and stuff like that. And we can only give you this amount, and we did this and the third. So once I learned the game, I know what verbiage to use. I know what to say. I know I can tell if they lying or not. I could, pretty much figure things out based off just the paperwork. I don't even need to talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Once I look at the load board, I see how much. I know, okay, well, usually, going from, let's say, North Carolina to New York, they might be paying, I don't know, $1,500, right? For the dry van load. Which calculates out to maybe, I don't know, $2.80 a mile or something like that. My minimum is $3 a mile. Now, mind you, at that time, wasn't nobody getting $3 a mile. I was.
Yeah. Well, time out. Okay. Because I got a lot to go in on this subject, and I got a lot to say, but I kind of want to get to a few things. So tell me about how you would handle the loads when somebody, when it's an issue on the side, because they always trying to play you on the other side. What is that called when you broker in a deal? Who, I forgot the name of it, man. I got a brain for it right now. But who are you talking to? What are they called? The client, the customer?
So let's see. Damn, son, come on now. On that corner like this. So all right, so you have, dealing with logistics or dealing with freight. You have the shipper.
Okay,
and then you have the broker,
you middleman,
right? And then you have the receiver or the customer.
The receiver, right. And the reason I'm talking about this is what you just said is so big that people see it. I know our viewers, they ain't, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact they on game, but it's no different in the street game. It's no different than handling business on any other level, what you're saying. So when we talking about brokering a deal, I want you to explain to me the issues you have to deal with from the shipper to, you know what I'm saying, the buyer, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm happy you made that analogy, bro, because it's literally the same.
The same.
One is legal and one is illegal, but it's the same process, the same positions. They just, the titles is maybe different, but it's the same shit, bro.
Now, before you go forward, when you get done, I'm going to talk about something very legitimate on a business side, and I'm gonna compare it to all this. But continue.
Okay. So you're right, broker, and I said this before. You always want to be the middleman, right? The middleman makes all the money and does the least amount of work.
Yeah.
The shippers, they got the product, right? They got to get the product out. They got to get it sold, right? So they got to reach out to a broker. Hey, man, I got this load. I'm trying to get moved. This, that, and the third. The broker finds. The broker is basically Amazon. That's all Amazon is a brokerage. That's all Amazon.
Correct.
Is. You have manufacturers who set up accounts with Amazon. Amazon has customers, people who want products. They set up accounts with Amazon, and Amazon is just the link between the two. You need a vacuum, right? Damn, my vacuum broke. I need a new vacuum. Okay, well, where you gonna get the vacuum from?
Yeah.
Amazon has vacuums, right?
Well,
but
the reason.
Amazon don't.
Go ahead. The reason why you gonna fool with Amazon is because they open 24/7. They're easy access. So when it comes to any kind of, as far as them being the middleman, they always open. They always got it. Even if they selling Reggie and ain't nobody got nothing, that Reggie is there 24/7. But continue.
But yeah, so Amazon. So Amazon is the middleman, right? And you always want to be the middleman. So the broker is the middleman. They make all the money. So this was my thing. my goal, once I realized this, I kind of got in my feelings because I'm like, damn, they making all the money. The drivers, the dispatchers, the owner operators, the shippers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they not they making money. Don't get me wrong, they making bread, but the broker making all the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it like this: if I book one load, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the load for $1,500. Out of that $1,500, I got to get paid. The driver got to get paid. The trucking company got to get
Got to
paid. There's
get
a lot of
paid.
different people that get paid out of that money. The maintenance on the vehicle, the gas, all that's
The
coming out that
state
$1,500.
taxes over.
You see what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Insurance, a piece of that's got to go because you got to put that aside, right? So all that's coming out that $1,500, that's one load. Now, mind you, that broker, now that driver or that company, they may have multiple drivers and they can book multiple loads. But that broker, in one day, he can, let's say he just does, he moves 10 loads, right? In one day. And each one of those loads, he only profited $100 off each one of those loads.
Right.
So he just made $1,000.
Yep.
In a day.
And
that's on the low end. That's the low end. That's like the ones that really go hard, they might be getting 15, 20, 30, loads out in one day. So you can easily make well over $1,000 a day brokering.
Yep.
Especially if you have your own brokerage.
But you got to know how to broker the deal.
Exactly.
So explain to us, is that okay? Let me say. So
I understand. Hold on. Let me say this. I know. I see what you get at. So basically, all right. If you have, I don't want to keep using Wolf of Wall Street because I know everybody probably seen that movie.
No, but I got some good examples from you. Because what I was saying was, okay, I drive trucks. When I don't drive trucks anymore, I still got my Class 8 CDLs with my hazmat. How you like that? Yeah. You got. Hey man, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all got to wear different hats out here, man. What's going on, Dre? I see you. Okay. Yeah.
Hello.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, hold on. Let me. Hold on, man. Hold on. I get the background noise, man.
Yeah, he coming here.
Yeah. That, you know what I'm saying?
Pectorals and shit. Ain't nobody trying to see your pectorals first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Nah, you get it there, though. Get it there. Yeah.
What you call it? So, you had a situation where, or this is a regular basis, in the trucking industry. Okay, you got the shipper that giving you the product and the person where the product is going, they want the product there, but they want the product there in an unreasonable amount of time, and they putting it on you, and if you green to the fact, they'll set you up for failure real quick. And when the finger gets pointed, it's getting pointed back to you because you weren't on your P's and Q's, because guess what? You was green. And like you said to begin with, you in the pool full of sharks. So I like, you know what I'm saying? Can you give us an example of that before I dive into it? And how you handle that situation?
Okay, so all right, so basically what you talking about, I dealt with that for about a month and a half when I first started out, because I started out dispatching, right? And pretty much got to the point where I was pretty much damn near running the whole company. Anything dealing with the back office work, paperwork, dealing with the brokers, dealing with the driver, I'm handling everything by myself. So it was a lot, but it's all I was doing. I ain't had no job. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I was all in with that, and in my businesses. So I was like, look, I'm gonna learn this shit because I saw, the potential to really come up. It's a lot of money in logistics or in the trucking industry, bro. A lot of money, of money. And we get into it. A lot of brothers and sisters out here, they they getting their shit together. They, they becoming owner ops. They, they leasing on. They whatever. They doing whatever they got to do. But they coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's a big, especially women. Especially women. It's a huge influx of women coming into the trucking industry. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? Because we need drivers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the youngest, they don't want to drive. You know what I mean? But
okay, so let me get to it. So, I got a homeboy, man, and he's starting a company. And when he was about to start his company, he was saying, hey, man, I'm thinking about starting this company, man. I found this spot. It's a prime spot. I got to get this spot. I'm like, okay. So a lot of times, when people speak up and they say stuff like that, you're like, okay, he's probably thinking through. He's probably ready to jump, but he's not going to jump yet. So a couple of weeks go by and I call him and he's like, yeah, man, I jumped. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, yeah, man, I got the spot, and this and this and that, man. I got my LLC. I started asking him, questions because, if it's one thing that I could tell you, man, about business, especially with me having my hand in the cookie jar prior to, is I could tell you what to do right. But more importantly, what I can tell you to do right, I can definitely tell you what is wrong, what not to do, from the mistakes I've made. So first thing, man, he jumped into the game and he's having issues with his LLC. It's set up, but it's not set up correctly. So he's already put the down payment on the spot, which I'll get into in a minute about brokering, which I was talking about. He put the down payment on the spot. And then, after he put the down payment on the spot, he's going through the process with his LLC. He's already did the remodeling and everything for the deal, for his whole situation. And, it's like now you caught in a pickle jar because you have to get that LLC taken care of and get some other stuff taken care of paperwork wise before you get the doors open. So that means you sign a contract, put a down payment on, and you got to pay rent whether the doors are open or not. So I asked him about his deal. I say, man, how was the deal? He was like, man, what was the deal like? He told me how much he was paying per month, which is high, but it's reasonable, but it's above average. And I'm like, okay, tell me about the owner. And he was telling me the culture of the owner, the background of the owner and stuff like that. And he said they were arguing a little bit about the price and, and going back and forth about certain things. And that, that to me off the bat, that's a red flag because you got to know how to broker a deal. So I asked him, I was like, man, so how does your month to month rent go? He says, okay, he says he's paying his month to month rent for and then every month it's gonna go up $75 until it reaches the set limit. And for me that I was like, man, what kind of deal did you try to talk him out of? Did you have a set number before you went in? Did you talk to him? And he was like, he didn't want to rent to be to begin with, and you know why. We all know why. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, these are things that you gotta have, you gotta be conscious of, man. Sometimes you gotta have a representation. You gotta have somebody to represent you in setting up these deals, man, that has a little better knowledge than you when it comes to brokering. Because we think we go into situations knowing it all, man. But let me tell you something about this business, man. When you start stepping into this business world, you talking about sharks for real. You can step out here and think you know it all, but I guarantee you, man, it's gonna be a lesson that's gonna hit your pockets. So when somebody trying to give you some information or something, or if you're not gonna sit there and do your due diligence prior to stepping into these type of situations, man, you already setting yourself up for failure. Because one of the main things that we overlook, as a culture, is protecting ourselves when it comes to business. You know, no matter how small your business is or how big your business is, you need some legal consultation. You need, you know what I'm saying? You need like going, but before he should have had, you know, certain things you should have in or you know prior to before you even decide to really go set up a deal. You can do your due diligence and the whole nine, but at the same time, it's a lot of things that you don't know that could be left on the table. So have I wanted to dive into that a little bit, Mr. CEO, because you know, um, it's a full circle, man. When you start talking about brokering deals, when you start talking about it from a street level to a professional level, it's cold and it's wicked out there, man. And if you don't do your due diligence on either side of the ball, you're gonna find yourself in a a tight spot. And so yeah, what you gotta, you want to tap in on that, Mr. Pimp.
Yeah,
Oh, what's up, Dre? Oh, come on with
yeah,
it, man.
yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's real, man. And I don't I love Big A's cautionary tales on that, but I want to add to that, but get perspective.
Hmm.
Just because he's telling you this, if you've already started, it doesn't mean it's too late to
No,
adjust
no.
your vector at all. Like
Hmm.
every year, businesses upgrade. That's why they have R and D, research and development departments. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You got marketing, you got
Hmm.
advertising, you have
Hmm.
product procurement, you have all these things. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, whatever it is you're doing, you can legitimize it after the fact, but get out there
Yeah.
and start doing something. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Sometimes the
Yeah.
bread you need to legitimize, you got to get illegitimately. However,
Yes.
don't get comfortable in that space.
Already, man. And like and these are things that is so easy to overlook. And that's why it's better to take more time in your foundation than it is on, as you start to grow. Everything is always going to be a catch up to get ahead type deal. But at the end of the day, man, like, I'll break it down to you like this. So this is hypothetically speaking, but I'm going to give you a scenario and show you how having the proper tools, resources, and they call it from a real estate perspective an all-star team. So we're gonna talk real estate. Let's just say I want to get into real estate. I don't want to be a real estate agent. I want to be an investor. So I have money, and I know that I don't know too much about real estate, but I know I have the funds to get myself into real estate, and I want to do it the right way. And I got a nice chunk of money, not a little bit. So I don't know anything about real estate. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get me a lawyer. I'm gonna go get me a couple of real estate agents. I'm gonna go get me a couple of handymen. I'm gonna go get me a couple of accountants. You know what I'm saying? And one account's gonna be for personal slash business, and the other one's gonna be for business, business, business. But when you have this type of stuff surrounding you, let's look at how it plays out. Okay, I go to my lawyer. I get the legal documentation drawn up for my business and the whole nine. From there, I can talk to the lawyer about setting up a property management account, company or whatnot. And then from there, I got my real estate agents. I'm not looking for property. They looking for the properties for me. All I'm doing is picking and saying yay or nay. Then from there, you know what I'm saying? I could go to the property, look at the property, say, hey man, I need this remodel, such and such and so forth. But and get the numbers from that. From there, I could go to my accountants. My accountants could draw up the numbers and make it make sense. If it makes sense, they could talk me into it or talk me out of it. Then from there, I go back to my handyman, remodeling, and tell him what to do in the whole nine. All I'm doing is pointing and doing the whole nine. That's how a lot of these investors handle their business, and you wonder how they have all this time to be doing all this extra stuff because they built their foundation correct. Now every situation is different, and people in every circumstances is different, and everybody's success story is different. But at the end of the day, man, just like somebody will go through the right, like Henry Ford said, man, like, look, man, he had an elementary education, and they were asking him, hey, man, how did you build the first commercial truck car? You know what I'm saying? You barely can read. I know that I need to hire somebody smarter than me to, you know what I'm saying, handle the business. But we try to get in there as men for the most part to try to cut corners. You know, and at the end of the day, man, that stuff come to bite you in the ass, point blank. But you know, like I say, man, you know, you could do every success story is different, but that's an example of handling your business for the long haul and building a successful, you know, a successful path, you know, and you might have to come out of more money on the front end before you know what I'm saying, you can see the benefit on the back end. But at the same time, man, you setting yourself up for success. Yes, sir. Dre, what's happening? Oh, what's going on, Pimps? You back?
Yeah. Nah, I was letting y'all cook, man. You was going there. Nah, you was going there.
But does that make sense?
No, it does. It makes perfect sense. And
okay, so tell me this, and let's just be honest, man. Let's be honest. We're gonna be honest with each other, man. Did you get proper legal counsel before doing your business?
No.
do you have legal counsel right now in case of anything, if you want to make a legal move or anything?
So do I have legal counsel? I would say
now.
Technically, yes, but it's not. I would say lawful counsel, but but yes, I have what you would call basically an advisor, or basically somebody who I can go to for advice on how to handle certain situations. Even if I know how to handle it, you know what I mean? If it's something I've never done before, I still want to, you know, talk to somebody first. Which is the best thing to do, to make sure you want to. It's like, I know what I know, but am I sure that I know what I know?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I don't want to jump in because I've done that before, right? And it cost me. So yes, I agree with you. You should, you know, and I know pretty much I got a foundation in everything, but does that mean I'm an expert? Hell no. But yeah, there are people who are experts, right? And that's why you're paying these big bucks, because they have the knowledge, they have the wisdom, they have the understanding and understanding that you lack. So this is just the game. This is life. You know what I'm saying? Either you know it or you don't. But even if you don't, this is the thing. If you're in that position, what's up?
Success favors the prepared.
Yep.
But go ahead.
Yep. And so if you're not prepared, right, which most of us aren't, especially now, you know what I'm saying, when you starting out, you don't, you know what I'm saying, you start from ground zero, you're not prepared. You don't have the knowledge and the resources. Maybe you got the resources, but you don't have the knowledge. Or maybe you don't have the knowledge or the resources, right? It's like Dre said, it's still get started. You know what I'm saying? Just get going. But you still want to have that foundation. And this goes back to what I said about building that foundation. Like you said, having an accountant, having a lawyer, having a real estate agent, whatever industry you're in, having a broker, having a whoever, right? Somebody you can go to for counsel, because that's that's a good investment, right? You're investing in your success. So you looking at it in the forefront, it's like, God damn, I'm putting out all this bread, man. I can't afford to be doing that. Well, yes, you can afford it, because I'd rather be paying $1,200 to this lawyer, you know what I'm saying, to make sure my shit's straight, versus paying 10, 15, 20, 50,000 later on because I made a stupid mistake that I could have fixed, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and let me say this. So when I was hypothetically speaking, you know, these would be people you would want specifically working for you. That means they on the only check that they mainly getting is from you. That means anything that they do is to generate you money. They make you money, they make money. But in a realistic setting, you don't have to have a lawyer on retainer. You can pay a lawyer just to get your paperwork drawn up and get the legal from the legal aspect and keep it moving. It doesn't mean that you got to have a month-to-month bill. You know what I'm saying? When I say you got to have a lawyer, but you do need to have a lawyer on hand that knows your situation, knows, you know what I'm saying, knows your setup, knows the business statement, business plan, all of that stuff. So, you know, they can help you navigate the correct way.
Yeah. That's real though, bro. Cause like, just think of how many people. Just think about how many brothers start businesses, right? Mm-hmm. And just this simple information. It seems so simple what we saying, mm-hmm. right? But mm-hmm. it's so serious and it's so important, right?
Yeah.
Having that foundation built and having it be sound so you can build on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, because I know what, because it's always the same. When you're starting out, it's like, man, this is what I got. Let's say you got, I don't know, $10,000, right? Mm-hmm. You did whatever you had to do. You came up with the bread. Now you ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
That 10,000. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That 10,000.
Yeah.
It may be all you got. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if that's all you got, you ain't got no room for error, my brother.
Yeah.
You ain't got no room for error.
Yeah, that 10,000 is the difference between, you know, C Murder and Master P. Yep. That 10,000 is the difference between Yo Gotti and anybody who's under his label and anybody he came up with. You know what I'm saying? That 10,000 is what you call it, Russell Simmons, you know, back in the late 70s going into the 80s. You know, it makes a big difference. It makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? We run around here like man, you know, and the thing is when we start trying our hand at, you know, jumping into a business, or you got a thought, a seed, or anything, you get to work. Because that's where the easy part is, you know, the thought, the whatever it is, for the most part, if you already got a talent or something drawn towards it. But then you get working, but you didn't think about the business aspect on the back end. There's a whole bunch of stuff left on the table that you forgot to cover, man. You know, and we wait until it's too late. You start seeing the cash flow coming in and all this other stuff, but did you handle your business first?
And all this we saying still falls under the original topic, bro. And that was distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Because all this shit we talking about are distractions. They literally distractions.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Everything you saying, if I'm gonna use myself for instance. Everything mm-hmm. you're saying is absolutely correct, and you know that because mm-hmm. you've done it. You made the same mistake I made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been there. So from trial and error. That's why we're well rounded, because now we can look back and say, okay, if I could go back, I would have did this different. I would have did that different. I would have made sure I had that in place. I would have made sure I'd have talked to this mm-hmm. person first. I'd have made sure I'd have had this put aside. I'd have made sure I didn't, you know, buy that. I would have did some more research. I could have got it for cheaper. Whatever. It's a learning experience, but you don't have to learn it if you pay somebody that's already went through that. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole point. It's like either you're going to pay regardless. And this is what I want everybody to understand. You're going to pay. You're either going to pay now or you're going to pay later. But you're going to pay. Period.
Thanks.
You're either going to pay with your time, your energy, your sweat equity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Putting in the work and learning what you need to learn. You're either going to pay that way or you're going to have to come out of pocket. But either way, you paying.
Yeah. And it's a reason why certain people of a certain status don't pay taxes. It's not because they it's not because the status themselves permits them to not pay taxes. It's because they got a team around them that explains to them and makes them put their money in the right places. If I can make you save money, then I can make money. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of them hiring them. But at the same time, like you don't, you can do the research yourself and make the right, make the right moves. But are you willing to sit still long enough to learn something?
Yeah, because you might, all right, for instance, like you said, doing with the real estate, right? All right,
Mm-hmm.
you might have a lawyer, um, or an accountant, or
Mm-hmm.
a real estate agent, or whatever, property
Mm-hmm.
manager, whatever. They may have
Mm-hmm.
been in the game 10 years, 15,
Yeah.
20 years. That's a
Yeah.
lot of experience. That's a lot of trial and error. That's a lot of wisdom right there.
Yeah.
You don't have time to 20 years that you know what I'm saying? By the time
Yeah.
you get the information, you could have done had a house and the damn mortgage be done halfway for 30-year mortgage being paid off. So
Yeah.
you ain't got the time, right? You ain't got the time. So you gotta pay. Cause you trying to
Yep.
get this shit done now. So then you gotta
Mm-hmm.
come out of pocket.
Yes, sir.
They had to put the work in. That's why they reaping the benefits now, because they made that long-term investment. You looking
Mm-hmm.
for the short-term investment.
Yeah.
So there's more risk with the short-term investment. Why? Because you don't have the knowledge that they have. So at the end of the day, do you
Yeah.
know, do they have your best interest at heart? You don't know. Are they
Mm-hmm.
screwing you over, fucking you over? You don't know. So that's why I
Yeah.
say, regardless of what you do, the foundation is key. You ain't got to be an expert, but you definitely should have a foundation.
Yep.
You better have a foundation,
Mm-hmm.
because best
Yep.
believe this, these lawyers, the business, most people are in business are winning because they're doing crooked shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta cover your ass, man. You got to. So everything you're saying is correct. That's one way of covering your ass, but also make sure
It's
you
it's
soak
one
enough
it's also
game.
one it's also one way to take advantage of the loopholes, because there's a
Yep,
lot of loopholes out there that you're not aware of, you're not
yep,
hip to. How much of your state law do you actually know, in
right.
and out, offhand? What do you know now? How much of your state law do you really know when it comes to business?
Right.
Offhand, just think to yourself. Next, you start shooting it off the top of your head. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you don't know.
Not just that. Who's your governor?
Hmm.
Who are your councilmen? Who are your
Hmm.
aldermen? Do you even know what an alderman is? Who are
Yeah.
your state representatives and you like who are these people? Do you communicate with them? Do you have their numbers? Do you have their emails, their mailing addresses? Are you
Yeah.
got the secretary number? Like
Hmm.
because that's what we got to get to, bro. We busy trying to like stay on the outskirts, but still trying to
Hmm.
like we about to double dutch. We back and forth like, what do I jump in? Do I wait? I don't know.
Hmm.
Nah, we gotta jump in head first, bro. Them
Yep.
city council meetings and all that. Why are you in them? You
Hmm.
got a business, right? You have an entity registered in that state, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're an ad. Not only are you an asset to the state, you're actually generating the state money, and the state is generating you money. So you already
Hmm.
have a contract with the state. So
Yeah.
if laws or policies and codes and ordinances are being changed or being decided, why aren't you there? Because these policies and ordinances and changes that are taking place affect you and your business.
Yeah.
And you don't want to wait until, you know what I'm saying, litigation or to, um, till they done, passed everything and now you got to try to figure out how to change shit and move around it. No, you're supposed to already know what's going on.
Yeah.
Do you go to the IRS websites? Do you read the publications, the tax publications? Do you even know that they come out with publications on? Like, this is the thing I'm talking about. This I'm like, it's different levels when it comes to business.
Hmm.
So if you're trying to move up, you're trying to scale, you're trying to get into the $100,000s and $1 million a year, them tax brackets bro, you got some work to do, Slim.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit you're gonna have to learn. It's a lot of shit you're gonna have to do. A lot of things you're gonna have to have in place, because the more money, more problems. So when you low end, you
Yeah.
making, your little 50, 60, 70, 80,000 a year, you getting money, you doing your thing, but in business, you supporting yourself, supporting your family. Ain't nobody really paying you no attention. But then when you start making the big bucks, them 2, 3,
You
4
got it.
commas in your checks and on your bank
They
statement,
want you.
oh,
They want you to
now you're
shut
a
up.
target.
They want you to. Yeah. They want you to sit down and shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up and play ball.
So you
Shut up and
gotta
play
have your shit in
ball.
order. So if anybody
Yeah.
comes sniffing and coming looking around and want to check, and then you check whatever you want.
Hmm. like a dog, man, who take care of his yard, man, and the folks show up. Come on, man, I got my
Yeah, come
stuff
on.
together.
What you want to see? They all
Yeah,
healthy. They got water,
mhm,
food, shelter. They clean. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They friendly. Here, go ahead and pet them. Don't pet that
Got
one.
all
You
they
can pet this
shots.
one.
Yeah, nah, for real.
But nah,
Yeah,
real shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Even if it's not, but this is the thing, Big A. Even if you
Hmm.
ain't legit, you on the outside looking in, you should look legit. To the point where even if
Yeah,
they go digging, they can't find the dirt. You bury that dirt so deep, by the time they get close to it, they gonna give up before they even get close to it. Man, fuck, ain't nothing here, man. Let's go.
hmm,
Because the whole goal should be, even if you in the streets or if you are, still participating in legal activities, the goal is to go legit. That should always be the goal.
man.
Always,
What you said.
always.
What you
So
said.
if that's not the goal, then what the hell are you doing?
Hmm.
Because we know that, the other way, you're gonna end up in the grave or you're gonna end up in that cell. So it's like, which one you gonna pick? Or you go legit, you clean your money
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and leave it alone. Because once you get to a certain point, once you reach a certain tax bracket, bro, in business, and you legit, what sense does it really make to migrate to, you know what I'm saying, to the other side? It don't really make no sense, bro. Because it's like
yeah,
the street's dead anyway. We talked about this the other day. The streets is dead, bro.
yeah,
They got cameras everywhere. Everybody snitching. I mean, everybody snitching. It ain't even, people be killing me. Oh yeah, so and so snitched. Bro, so and so is a civilian. What are you talking about? They got a
hmm,
9 to 5 job. They pay their taxes. They go to church every. These are regular civilians, my nigga. They is not in in the game. Like, they don't count. That's not snitching. They doing what they supposed to do.
yeah,
They see you on the corner, nigga. They trying to walk their kids to the bus stop, and they got to walk around. They, kid got asthma. They coughing and shit. Y'all, we smoking Zaza. You know what I'm saying? On the
yeah,
corner, like, come on, bruh.
yeah. I moved a lot different back then, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
You a
already
different
knew.
breed, bro.
Yeah, I already knew I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I already know, like, it is what it is, man. So my whole thing was trying to fit in. I ain't trying to be, out there like that, man. So it's a different setting for me.
Yeah, it's all different to us, bro. Anybody, yeah, I
Yeah.
say Dre age and older, like we just sit back and just be like, wow, because we live in it. You know what I'm saying? We've seen
Yeah.
all the changes, bro. We've seen a lot, bro. You really think about it.
Hmm.
We've seen like I said earlier, we've seen all the technical advances or changes and shifts, right? We've seen it in our lifespan. You gotta think we went from analog to digital, right, to
Hmm.
HD.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to keep up with the times and with the information. That's basically what it is. Not the times, it's the information. You got to keep up with the information. If you don't keep up with the information, you're gonna get left behind. And that's how we get in positions to where we need to pay somebody to do things for us because we can't do them for ourselves because we don't have the knowledge, the information. So that's the whole point of my channel, right? It's to share this information, share this knowledge. Now, whoever chooses to soak it up and apply it to their life, they gonna win. It's gonna benefit them. But to the ones that just sit and listen and don't do shit with it, they ain't nothing gonna change. They gonna keep, it's just Groundhog's Day. They gonna keep same shit stuck in the cycle on the hamster wheel. If you want change, something has to change. What are you gonna change? But the first thing that's got to change is your mindset, how you think. But this all goes back to what the original topic, distractions, because that's what all this is distractions. It's all distractions. So once you figure out what the distraction is, right? Like I say, like we said, you was using real estate, for instance, right? Not having a property manager, that could be a distraction. Because you all trying to handle a broker another deal, or it may be another property you looking at, purchasing or flipping or whatever, and you can't deal with that or handle that because you got another property that's having issues. Because now you got to find somebody to cut the grass, or You know, the house dirty, and you know the back patio need to be pressure washed. It's always some shit, right? So, but if you had a property management company handling that shit for you, now that's not an issue. Now you can put your full focus on this other property that you're looking into.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that you know falls back on what I was talking about with the distractions. You want to alleviate all the distractions. So to piggyback off what you said, that's what that is. That's you eliminating the distractions because you now all them hats that you was wearing, now you got somebody else wearing them. Now, yes, you paying them to wear those hats, but it's still the cost. What it's going to cost you, right? Whatever the overhead is for all this help that you're getting, right? All these different hats that you no longer have to wear. Whatever that cost is, it is nowhere near the peace and the just the amount of energy that you can focus and put other places. So just think, I wouldn't have been able to even deal with this other property because I'd have been doing too much with this one property right here, where I can't even focus or think about getting another property. I'm struggling with this one property. But now that you got all these other people wearing these other hats, now that gives you the freedom. Now I can go and check this property out. Oh, while I'm here, you know what? It's a spot down here on the corner I want to go check out.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that one too. Oh man, I like this one. I might get this one too. Oh, it's owned by the same. Oh damn. Well, let me go talk. Oh shit, I might can get a deal, get both of them. You see what I'm saying? But that wouldn't even have been an option if you was wearing all those hats because you'd have been too overwhelmed with that one property. So, like I say, distractions, bro. Distractions. Get rid of all the distractions. However you got to do that. If you got to pay somebody to wear that hat, or you got to pay somebody to do that for you, or you got to pay somebody because they have the knowledge or they have the wisdom or information that you lacking, then bro, you got to come out of pocket. Either way, you coming out of pocket.
Yeah.
You either paying it with your sweat equity or you paying it with monetarily. Like it don't matter. Either way, you gonna pay.
Yeah.
You gonna pay for it now or later. But like the way you talking about, you paying it up front. So you're making that investment out the gate, which is gonna pay off later on because you're gonna recoup that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. We've been on this thing for a minute, man.
Yeah, man, it's time to roll out. We past time, man. But Dickie Foster, what's happening, man? You're right. What's going on? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I hope we made y'all day go by a little smoother, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know what it is, man. It's your boy Big A. Back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. And we got that Digital Dog Show coming up, man. We got the Digital Dog Show coming up in May. And we got over $600 in cash prizes, man. So that means you can get up off your ass and get some cash. You can get up off your ass and get some cash right from your casa, right from the casa. Speaking of that, Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, man. You know what it is. So, yeah. Salute to all the Browns out there, man. Salute to all the Browns holding it down, man, especially for the dog game, man. We see y'all below the border, man. We see y'all over the border, man. Salute. Man, salute. Hey, man, salute to Richard Garcia, man, while he on my mind, man. Salute, man, schoolboy. But yeah, like I said, man, we got that Digital Dog Show, man. We got over $600 in cash prizes. We'll be having 4 shirt giveaways, man. 3 shirt giveaways. One, I'm giving a shirt to the dog of the month, man. So y'all go ahead and start getting those shots in now for the dog of the week, because we got the dog of the week every week. We got the Digital Dog Show every month. It's free to enter both. Free cash prizes. Oh, and for all y'all trainers out there, man, that got something to show, man, want to show a little bit of obedience skill, man, we got the obedience challenge coming up too, man. So y'all look out for that. And it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. I'm long-winded with it, man, because we got a series coming up with a couple of documentaries followed behind that, and that'll be happening this month in May, man. I don't know when, but it'll be happening in May. That's a guarantee. But yes, sir. And Man, what else we got going on, man? Oh yeah, if you ain't a member by now, what you doing, man? What you doing? It only costs $1 a month to be a member, man. Come on with it, man, and join the movement, man, because it's gonna be a lot of exclusive member stuff that we gonna also be offering too, man. So I look forward to that. But other than that, man, that's it, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all better, man, tap in, man. I'm telling you, get that membership, man. It's $1, Slim. You can't look. You can't even get a sweet tea from McDonald's no more for $1.
Yep.
But you can get this membership.
Yep.
You don't need that sweet tea with your diabetical ass. You don't need that shit. You need this membership, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you need it.
But
fuck what you want. You need it. You need it. You know you need it.
Yeah, man.
We got what you're lacking.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. If we ain't got it, you don't need it. Put it that way. It's $1. And tomorrow's price ain't today's price. I'm telling you, y'all better tap in, man. Y'all better tap in, man, because it's going up. It's going up. We got what you need. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Get with it, or you gonna be lost.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, you know what it is, man. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We about to get up and out of here, man. We about to get up and out of here, man. But check us out tomorrow, man. Same time, same place for this binge-worthy content, man. Oh yeah, we gonna have some we gonna be Student for Life. Got a little something we've been working on too, man. So look forward to that. And we're gonna see if we can get Pops up here, man, and get him his own space up here, man, because I know Pops got too much game. Too much sauce. That's a little too much. Too much
sauce. The dripping everywhere.
Yeah.
Got me slipping, sliding in the sauce all on the floor.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But you know what it is, man. We out.
Peace.
Yeah. Ain't no trophies for slacking around here. Either you bail or you boo. Shogun on me. Play Hilton in the yard. Bled for the yard. Built in the yard. Built in the yard. Sweat in the scars. Chain pull heavy. We ready for war. Dog of the week. Digital dreams. Condition. Committed. Straight from the team. Holding no loans. Chain link singing when the nightfall drop. Slap mill buzzing like the bass in the block. Flirt pole whipping, heart rate ticking. Sun beat down, but my dog still itching. Yeah, no shortcuts, no handouts, no slack. We the ones turn dirt in the legends on the map. Pull that chain till the paws get raw. Dog of the week, gotta iron that jaw. Training through rain, grinding the pain. Digital show coming, gotta lock that lane. Bloodline heavy, but the work gotta match. One false move, your whole name gets snatched. Facts. Built in the yard, sweat in the scars. Chain pull heavy, we ready for war. Dog of the week, digital dreams. Condition, committed, straight from the team. Early morning runs, late night sprints. No TikTok clout, just real footprints. Line them up strong, see who really built. Under them bright lights, all truth gets spilled. Talk real cheap, iron drag heavy. If your heart ain't ready, then your bones get buried. We raise them hard, we mold them fast. Flirt pole dance like a cargo pass. Grind for the title, sweat for the throne. Digital show calling, better bring that home. No bark in the yard, just bite in the chain. Get your weight up, boy, this that Shogun name.